Okay, so Starfield on Steam Deck. How to get 30 FPS for the most part in the city of New Atlantis. What I've done is I have installed the mod Potato. It's on Nexus Mods, and I have installed the 16-bit texture pack, so it kind of looks like Nintendo 64 textures, or maybe even a little worse in some cases. I have also gone in and the game resolution is set to 400 by 600, along with this little tab being on to set resolution for internal and external display. All right. I am not looking for, amazing looking graphics. I am looking for decent performance. And on the Steam Deck, with this game in particular, that means sacrificing the quality of the game by quite a lot. And over here, I have the thermal power limit turned down, or turned off, should I say. Half rate shading is up, allow tearing is off. I have the frame rate uncapped. Manual GPU clock is like highest. And I have, for laughs, I have all the scaling filters pretty much either off or at linear, both in game and on the Steam Deck itself. All right. So let's dig into Potato Starfield on the Steam Deck and see how she runs. You can still kind of read the small text, so it's not that terrible even at 400p. I'm going to turn off the lamp so that it can focus in on the Steam Deck a bit better. It's loading. Right. So we can see the texture resolution is pretty much all the way down as far as how low you can actually get. It looks like Nintendo 64 textures. Right, now I grew up with games that looked more or less like this, so it doesn't bother me that much. It just has extra shaders on top of all of it. So it does still look better than a Nintendo 64, but not by much. Maybe one day modders can remove the PBR materials from it. And that wouldn't look very good, but who knows? Maybe it would help performance even more. As you can see, I'm getting 28, 29, 30 FPS so far in the spaceport region. And this is generally the region that gets the worst. Now, considering this game in general gets like 15 to 20 frames per second in this area of New Atlantis, and it's kind of getting it still stutters, as you saw that. It went down to 15 frames per second for a second there. But considering it gets those frame rates consistently, I would say that oh shit, I was trying to get up under that tree. Ah, shit. And this is very hard to do with one hand. So I won't be doing that, but you can look up at the tree and you can see that there's pretty much almost no textures at all on it. If you get the 128-bit texture setting, it will look like GameCube textures on the leaves and stuff. But here it just looks like even worse than Nintendo 64 textures, which, you know, going into it I kind of knew that. Except even on Nintendo 64 they would optimize the graphics a little bit so that you could read the billboards. But that's okay. Right? And so the settings I have going on in the settings menu itself is interesting. Right? I have the borderless screen turned off, so it's full screen, not borderless full screen, like windowed mode basically, or sorry, it's windowed mode, not whatever. Borderless full screen is turned off, so whatever. And then the graphics preset is pretty much turned all the way off, except the upscaling, which I have turned off completely. But everything else here is pretty much set all the way to low, including render resolution scale. Right? And that's because I have it at, if I turn this on, oh, I guess I don't have options to that when I'm at 400p, which I'm fine with. I could have swore before I had the ability to use it. Anyway. You know, it still has all the shaders, it still has all the glass and reflections and everything. All those nice cube map reflections and specular highlighting. But, as we can see, it's getting 29 frames per second in New Atlantis while I'm running into some Levy areas here, which is pretty crazy and generally unheard of. Now it's at 25 frames, but it's also, it's basically, unless it skips like that, stutters like that, as it does occasionally, you're going to get a consistent 25 to 30 FPS, mostly 30, or 25 to 30. But is the performance worth the, hey Sarah Morgan, is the performance worth the loss in graphics, or would you rather just have it do like 15 to 20 frames per second in the cities, and then be at like 30 FPS out on some barren planets and stuff? You know, that's the, you know, that's just whatever. Personally, when I play it on the Steam Deck, I don't usually do any of the missions, and I try to stay away from cities. And generally, I go out and just kind of explore. You know, get some resources, maybe kill some spacers on one of the barren planets and some abandoned mine or something. And then if I want to play the missions, I'll go to my PC that has like a 3060 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM, and a Ryzen 7 CPU. That generally gets anywhere from 40 to 80 frames per second at medium settings. So, yeah, this is just a fun little thing to show. And whoop. Alright. And yeah, let's get up close to one of the NPCs here.
I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Alright. The textures are there, but they're so low res. It's like it basically takes the lowest level of detail in terms of textures, and it just kind of applies it all over. I think that's what's going on here. But then again, I'm not exactly a software engineer, so I don't know how exactly they achieved it. They just reduced sample size counts somehow. Anyway, let's take a look at one of the more defined characters here, Sarah Morgan. Right, she always backs up. That's weird. Right, texture detail is pretty much gone from her jacket. She basically, I don't know, she almost looks like a PS3 character in that case. Which, whatever. Check out this here NPC, and oh my god, that is so cursed. That is so cursed. Look at it. Look at it. It just has nothing but white eyes. Other characters will have nothing but black eyes, and it's so cursed. Anyway. Now let's take a look at what it would look like running on the Switch. What we do here, go in here. And then we turn that on. Thermal power limit. And now, it runs at 5 frames per second. Behold, Starfield on the Nintendo Switch. Hooray! Let's try walking like this. Oh dear God, this is gonna be awful. Awful. Russ, run! Believe it or not, I used to play Serious Sam, the original one, like this on an old Pentium 2 computer. Way back in the day, the machine guns were freaking pistols. And I got through it. So, but, yeah, I have the option not to play games at that performance level these days. So I think I'll just kind of go and make that go away. Wait, what button did what did I hit? Hold up. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Oh, so much better. Look at all those frames. We have frames. We have animations. Alright. Well, this has been fun. Personally, I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do this. I might take it back up to 128 bits. Not the full texture resolution. And then I might just kind of keep it down at like 480p or 540 or something. It'll probably still struggle at like 20 to 25 FPS in the city, but with some stuttering, of course. But it'll probably make gameplay a lot smoother in other areas. So, peace.